Success is not built in sudden bursts, nor in grand strokes of genius alone. The truth, as I have learned through years of toil and triumph, is that fortune is the reward of steady effort, applied faithfully, day after day. It is not the man who works furiously for a short season and then rests, but the one who labors steadily, persistently, with discipline and patience, who reaps the greatest harvest. This is what I call the law of compound effort, the principle that small, consistent actions, when multiplied over time, create immense results. When I first began as a boy in Pittsburgh, I had little more than a few coins to my name. There were men who started with more money, more connections, more opportunity, yet many of them squandered their advantages. They worked in fits and starts, driven by bursts of enthusiasm, but lacking the endurance to continue. I, on the other hand, resolved that each day must bring some improvement, some step forward, no matter how small. My progress was not always visible, but it was constant. Like compound interest, the daily addition of effort grew until it produced returns far greater than I could have imagined. The world is filled with people who dream of sudden wealth, who seek a stroke of luck or a single bold venture to carry them into prosperity. But such fortunes, when they do appear, are rarely lasting. What endures is that which is built slowly upon the foundation of daily diligence. A man may inherit wealth or win it by chance, but unless he has built the habits of steady effort, it will slip from his hands as quickly as it came. Wealth, like a sturdy structure, requires the cement of daily labor to hold it together. I recall my early days in the telegraph office when I determined to master the machine. At first, I could scarcely keep up with the rapid messages sent across the wires, but I resolved that each day I would do a little better than the last. I practiced after hours, studied the codes, trained my ear to recognize the sound of each signal without writing it down. Over weeks, then months, my progress compounded. One day, without realizing it, I found I could understand messages by sound alone, a rare skill at the time. That one ability distinguished me from others, won me promotion, and set me on the path to further opportunity. It was not achieved in a single leap, but in the daily discipline of compound effort. This law applies in every arena of life. The man who saves a little each day, resisting the temptation to spend, will one day find himself with capital to invest. The one who reads consistently will, in time, acquire a breadth of knowledge that astonishes those who never open a book. The laborer who improves his craft day by day will surpass the one who works carelessly, even if the latter seems quicker at the start. Time is the ally of the diligent and the enemy of the careless. Think of compound effort as you would compound interest. A small sum set aside each day grows almost imperceptibly at first. The impatient man abandons the habit, thinking it too small to matter. But the wise man persists, knowing that the growth is exponential. One day, what seemed meager in the beginning becomes a fortune. So it is with effort. The daily habit of improvement, though it may appear insignificant, accumulates into mastery, into influence, into wealth. I often counseled young men who wish to rise in the world. Do not despise the small beginnings, and do not expect immediate results. A single swing of the axe will not fell the tree, but many blows, delivered steadily, will bring it down in time. Too many strike once or twice, see little progress, and abandon the task. They do not understand that persistence is the secret force behind all great accomplishments. The world remembers the climactic moment, but it forgets the countless unseen steps that made it possible. In my career, I witnessed men of extraordinary talent who achieved little, and men of modest ability who achieved much. The difference was not in intelligence or strength, but in perseverance. The talented man often relied on his gift alone, believing it sufficient. He labored with brilliance one day, then idled the next. The man of modest means, however, labored faithfully each day, never brilliant, but always steady. In the end, his efforts compounded, and he rose higher than the one who relied on bursts of genius. This is why I say, effort shapes destiny more than talent. Do not think this law applies only to business or wealth. It governs all aspects of life. Friendships are built by small acts of kindness, repeated over time. Character is shaped by daily choices, each decision strengthening or weakening the fiber of one's soul. Even health is preserved or destroyed by the daily habits of eating, working, resting, and exercising. Great outcomes are rarely the product of sudden events. They are the accumulation of small actions multiplied by time. In steel, I saw the power of compound effort in the growth of efficiency. A small improvement in process here, a reduction in waste there, when applied consistently across years, produced savings of millions. No single change transformed the business overnight, but the accumulation of many small refinements made us the leader in the industry. I insisted that every man in our works look for better ways, however minor. Alone, each change seemed small. Together, they multiplied into fortune. So it must be with your own life. Ask yourself, what small action can I take today that, repeated daily, will yield great results tomorrow? It may be saving a coin, reading a page, practicing a skill, or showing up faithfully at your work. Whatever it is, do it consistently, and you will discover the compounding power that builds empires. The impatient man seeks to leap ahead, to find a shortcut. He tires quickly, always looking for a faster way. But the wise man understands that true shortcuts are built upon long, steady roads. There is no substitute for compound effort. The one who neglects this law will remain forever wishing, while the one who embraces it will one day awaken to find himself far ahead. Let me offer this final counsel. Never underestimate the power of a single day well spent. Each day is a brick in the structure of your life. One brick may seem insignificant, but as you lay them, one upon another, you build the edifice of your future. If you skip a day, you weaken the structure. If you remain faithful, you will one day look back and marvel at the fortress you have built. This is the law of compound effort. It has made men wealthy, it has made men great, and it can do the same for you, if only you will be patient, diligent, and steadfast.